my shoulder. You got a vision. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Tupac tag on. I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general true.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him.
He is going to find Hill here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
There we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
He's gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. 3rd down here.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing. Prescott. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. Green, 90.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now Mahomes. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes inside the 30. 20! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He spins free. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action now, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Off the play fake, Prescott. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Blue 45.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run for it here with Smith. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Now he's flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. McConnell's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mahomes going to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The tight end Kelce was the intended target. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
This game over, nigga. You ain't fucking with me. You know that?
Seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The give is to Elliott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? you're taking charge.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
41's the will.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's got some space here. Still going. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And out come the Chiefs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed...
Hang it up, bro. You ain't fucking with me, man. You thought you was going to pick Kansas City and kill me with Hill, huh? I got something for that, as you can see.
80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik Collins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go.
Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Slow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Second down, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, That puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.